What's up, guys? I am back here with another episode. I have some interesting shit to go over. The lucid dreaming, for one, is not. I haven't. What is the word I'm looking for? I haven't had a lucid dream ever since I started trying to have lucid dreams. So that's off I'm still working on it, basically. Like, there's techniques like the mild technique that I'm trying to consistently do, and there's other techniques that I'm going to get into, but I'm just starting off small, and I'm just trying to keep it a habit, and trying to keep doing it so that just to see if it works for me. I almost got caught up with Astral Projection. I'm not going to get into that because Reddit kind of led me on to a rabbit hole of trying to see what else is out there, because I looked up Reddit to see if there was a subreddit for lucid dreamers, and I found one, and it was helpful. It was like, basically, it was all the stuff that I'm getting from the book. It seems like they have it on Reddit. So it seems to be like legitimate techniques, just from that perspective. I mean, it doesn't make it legitimate but until it works out. Even though it seems to be working for a lot of people, I don't know. What was I saying? Oh, so I almost got caught up with Astral Projection because Reddit recommends other subreddits when you join one, and Astral Projection came up, and then I kind of got caught up reading people's shit, and I was like, oh man, I'm not going too far here. I mean, Astral Projection, for those of you that don't know what that is basically you have you're able to get outside of your body. You're able to do some type of shit, hypnosis or whatever with yourself, and you're able to find a way to get outside your body and look at yourself sleeping, and you can just travel around the world and do whatever the hell you want, float and whatever. But I think of it, and I'm like, it just sounds like it's a lucid dream to me. I mean, isn't that what a lucid dream is? But I don't know. To each their own. I'll get into Astral Projection if that ever comes up, if I am able to use some of my time to do that. But I feel like lucid dreaming is more, I guess, realistic because it happened to me. So I had a lucid dream. I had two or three lucid dreams. I can't remember the third one. I know I had three. I'm just trying to remember. I can remember the two lucid dreams that I had, and I already talked about those. But basically, when I had those experiences, I'm like, oh, okay, so this is a thing. This actually is a thing. Let me see if I can, what else is out there? How do I get more lucid dreams and whatever? And I didn't know that people actually, spend a lot of their time fucking trying to get into their dreams and shit while they're sleeping. I mean, it's not like you're spending a whole day trying to do this shit, but again, the mild technique is basically reminding yourself throughout your day to perform a reality check. So you're doing a reality check as in, okay, am I awake? And then you're testing things that you couldn't do in your dream state. I mean, in your dream state, you have the same perceptions as what your senses see, but it's different. As in, they keep talking about touching your palms. So I don't know if you can touch your palms in your dream. I don't know if it's different. I know for sure they say that looking at the time, I can prove this too. I know I looked at the time, it was weird. It was like a bunch of random fucking wasn't even letters or words or numbers. It was just weird symbols that I saw on my watch. The mirror, there's a mirror thing where there's no mirrors in my dreams. Every time I try to look at my reflection, I never saw any reflection. When I saw water and I looked at the water, there's no reflection in the water. So it was a lot of shit that you can see in your dream, or you can't see in your dream that you can see in reality, that you could do a reality check. And I think that's, from what I understand, what you would do. And then there's things like, I forget, one of the mild techniques is to, throughout your day, when you see something, then you perform a reality check. So you have 4 things that you would do, and that is to, I'll pick 4 random things, like see a red car, handle keys, turn on the TV, or see a pet. So anytime I see a pet, any kind of pet or an animal, whatever, I'll perform a reality check. Every time I pick up my keys, I'll perform a reality check. Every time I turn on the TV, I perform a reality check. There's all that shit. The point of it is just to remember what to do throughout your day, so that you're training your mind to remember to do a reality check so that you're carrying that shit onto your dreams so that you can try to do that while you're dreaming. So and that's how you're able to get into the lucid dreams. Anyway, that's what I've been doing, and I haven't been effective in terms of. I've been having a lot of dreams. I've been recalling a lot of my dreams, way more than I did before. Cause now I do a journal. What do you call it? A dream journal. I do that. That's another thing you have to do, and it's actually fun to do that. I mean, I thought it was kind of gay to keep track of your dreams in a journal and shit. I used to keep track of my dreams when I was younger, though, for filmmaking purposes. Every time I had like movie-like dreams, I always get these movie-like dreams. I always thought, oh man, I need to write these ideas down and then use it. Like just, even though it's fucking weird, I'll just change it up to make it unweird, or keep it that way, but just make it look good. Anyway, because some of the shit doesn't make sense in my head. Some of the shit in my brain that is, when I say weird, I don't mean weird as in wacky weird. I mean weird as in I don't understand what the fuck this is. But anyway, moving forward, we're talking about fucking habits. And speaking of habits, I just did an hour worth of yoga. And I haven't done that since earlier this year, maybe in February. I don't remember. I've been keeping up with my yoga, man. I used to do yoga every Wednesday for an hour, and then I stopped doing it, and I was like, all right, I'll just try to do yoga every day at least. So I do yoga. I do a couple stretches from yoga, basically the salutation 1 or salutation A, salutation B. I do both of those. You can look that up if you want. They're easy exercises you can do in the morning. So first thing you do when you wake up. And I'll do that for 5 minutes, and that's it. I'm good. I'm stretching my body. I'm good. And then throughout the day, depending on what I'm doing, I'm either going to stretch for a good 20 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes. I'm listening to a podcast while I'm doing this, or I'm listening to music, or whatever the fuck I'm doing. I'm just trying to stretch so that I can do the next thing, which is either kicking the bag or shadow boxing or whatever the hell I'm doing, or using my bouncy ball over there, the big ass gym ball. I just started using that for core strength exercises. And the kettlebell stuff, I can't do it anymore as much as I used to because my fucking shoulder is kind of jacked up still. It's not as bad as it before, but it's like getting there. Anyway, so the point of me bringing up yoga, I might as well just talk about this now. If you guys haven't tried yoga, it's really great fucking exercise to do if you want to take care of your body throughout this fucking soft quarantine or whatever. If you really want to take care of yourself, I totally recommend yoga. You don't have to. Depending on what you're doing, of course. It can be light work or it can be heavy work, heavy duty. It depends. Like I just had a heavy duty hour session with using the Down Dog app, which is free by the way for until July, I think. So it's another great app. I love that app. I already bought it twice. I paid for it last year, and I paid for it again this year, even though I'm like kind of curious what they're going to do because it's free. So it's like I paid for it, and it's like I'm getting 5. Everyone else is getting 5. I don't know. Whatever. The whole point is the Down Dog app and their company, they have other apps too. I downloaded those to check those out. I might as well recommend those for those of you if I haven't done that already. There's the barre is ballet basically. Down Dog. This is a 7-minute workout by Down Dog. It's the HIIT workout by Down Dog and just the Down Dog app. I think there's another one. Where the fuck is the other one at? There was 5 of them and I don't know where they are. I think I deleted it. Maybe. Anyway. Yeah, great app. My favorite app though is Down Dog for sure. It's just a Down Dog yoga app. The other ones, whatever how you say that, HIIT and 7-minute are all kind of weak to me. I mean, the bar was kind of kicking my ass in a way because the way the stretches were, they were basically ballet stretches. So I might do that again a couple times. The HIIT wasn't as... There's like better videos on YouTube for sure that got me... I feel like this HIIT, these Down Dog apps, not no offense, ladies, but this is more for the ladies other than... and not for the men. We need more... I feel like... I don't know. Everyone ranges. I shouldn't even say that, to be honest. Everyone ranges. For me, I need more. I need a little bit more ass beating, I should say, with my body. The down dog app does pretty good at beating my ass, especially when I do it for an hour. Kind of like doing it for 90 minutes is even God, I'm like dead by then. But feels good at the same time. It's such a weird thing when you beat your body up. You're like, oh, but at the same time you're like, yeah, it feels good. But I'm like tired, exhausted, but it feels good. I love that feeling. Like when I do a hard 30 minutes of kettlebells, just everything that I do, I don't even know what the fuck they're called, but I look up YouTube videos. I have an app, a kettlebell app that I use, and everything I do is just kills me, man. I'm like looking for my body to be destroyed in terms of exhaustion, not pain. And like I'm not talking about where I'm tweaking my damn knees or my shoulders or fucking my shit up. I'm talking about just doing it until I'm like, this feels fucking right. Um, and of course, there's a balance of working out. You don't want to get sore and all that shit. And I don't know. Everyone has different opinions. But for me personally, I just like to beat myself enough where it's hard. It's a hard fucking workout where I'm like struggling to keep up with it. And like my exhaustion is like, I want to give up, but I have to keep doing it. Like this yoga shit, I wanted to give up. And it was like 20 minutes in. I was like, what the fuck? Why do I want to give up? And it was like 30 minutes. And then I was just like, fuck, man. I just need to think about what I do when I meditate. I just don't think about anything. The thoughts come, and then I pay attention to my breathing and focus on my breathing. Same shit goes with yoga. Whenever I'm stretching in yoga and I got that shit hurts, just breathe, man. Breathe through that shit. That's what you're supposed to do. With stretching in general and yoga, it's the perfect exercise to focus on your breathing. But it's like everything else in sports where you gotta focus on your breath. Muay Thai and all that, Jiu-Jitsu, it's all good to focus on your breath. But anyway, I definitely recommend it. If you wanna, if you find a hard time to get into it, I definitely recommend uh, the beginners yoga app. That's what I'm missing. The beginners yoga app from Down Dog. They have a beginners yoga app for Down Dog. But I don't know. I would just download the Down Dog app because they have a where's it at? So when you go to the app, it says choose your practice, and then it has you see up here it has the type, and then it has the level. So when you click on the level, it says intermediate, beginner 1, beginner 2. So obviously, if you're a beginner, you start off with beginner. I haven't done advanced yet, or I think I did do advanced a couple times. I just don't like doing advanced because they do some crazy core shit that I have to fold my legs and lift myself out. I have to learn those moves before I waste my time trying to learn it during the practice. I should put advanced so it's not be the bitch. uh, yeah. The way you would set it up though is full practice, depending on whatever you want to do. If you want to just different ones, you just read them. They got chair yoga, quick flow, restorative, gentle, hatha. I don't know what hatha is. The perfect hatha process. Skip the chaturanga push-ups and get greater variety of stand-up. Oh, okay, that's all. Nah, fuck that. Anyway, me personally, I would just do full practice or sun salutations. If you want to learn sun salutations, that's great. Or you could just YouTube all the shit too. Again, for the beginners, start off with beginner 1. Definitely pay attention to what you're doing to your body. You don't want to fucking overdo it and fuck your shit up. It's better to just stick with sun salutations, to be honest. I feel bad recommending this because I'm not a fucking yoga instructor or anything like that, but I've been doing it for 6 years, I think. So I don't know. I'm no professional here. I just go by my own experiences. Just take extra precautions, is what I'm saying, with yoga. I definitely recommend it though, especially during this time, during this unprecedented, unrelentable, unforgivable, whatever time. I have to say that. That's so fucking silly to me. You go out everywhere you go, you'll see uncertain, unprecedented, on this, on. Can we all stop repeating each other, please? Whatever. I don't know. Habits. I want to talk about habits, but I have the story to tell. I'll tell that afterwards. Let me focus on habits. Um, So real fast, I listened to this episode from Sam Harris on his Waking Up app, but he also has it on the Making Sense podcast. I didn't know that. He has an episode 200 with James Clear. It's a conversation he had with James Clear, and it's available on his podcast. The first 33 minutes, I think, and the whole hour or so is on the app itself, the Waking Up app. It's you can download it. It's a great meditation app. If you want a free month, you can hit me up or whatever. He says it everywhere though. He says if you can't afford it after the free month, you can hit him up with an email. But if you can't afford it, just it's real worth the price. I mean, honestly, I took advantage of the free month. I mean, the free year, so I can see what it's about, and I'm gonna pay for it now because it's so valuable. The shit that he's putting onto the app is great. Anyway, he had a conversation with James Clear about habits, and I forget what the episode is called. I think it's Creatures of Habit. And I've been really into this habit shit because I've been trying to understand why I couldn't keep habits at one point, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, why am I doing this dumb shit? Why am I doing that? Blah blah blah. I always had issues trying to build my habits into doing things, and then I realized after listening to other podcasts and episodes, oh, okay, everyone has a way of doing it. There's like ways you can form your habits and then create your habits. Oh, you got to make goals. Okay, let's write down your goals. Oh, okay, you got to follow those goals and blah, blah, blah. And then I realized I just need to just do it, right? Just do it, and then just one step at a time. I don't keep doing it. Just tell myself, okay, let's do it today. Just do it. And then you're doing it. Then that's it. You're already doing it. It's everyone ranges, of course. Everyone's different. I don't always keep up with my habit, but I know that once I do keep up my habit, it becomes a habit. It becomes just thing that I have to do, just like brush my teeth or whatever. But once I fuck up that habit, once I like consciously know that I'm doing something, and then I'm like, let me not do it. I'll do it in an hour or so, or I'll do it next time, or I can't do it. That's when I'm getting in my way. That's when I'm fucking making excuses, and that's when the habit starts to get a little fucked up. Because then when am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do it tomorrow? Oh, here's tomorrow. What you doing? Oh, you making an excuse? Oh, you'll do it next week. Okay. So that it's like you have to, if you really want to form a habit, you just gotta fucking write it down somewhere and make it. There's a couple things they talk about in the episode. I felt bad sharing it because you gotta listen to their episode. The whole episode's hear from them, but I just try to make it my own, basically. Like for me, the way I've trained myself to do yoga every Wednesday was to make sure that, first of all, I came up with a workout plan. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I had shit that I had to do throughout the day. Well, I didn't have a time set, but I did usually work out from 6 to 7 until 9. So I usually had that time frame to tell myself, I'm going to do this today, Monday. Every Monday, I'm going to do this from this to that. Monday was actually my rest days, but because of Saturday, Sundays, I used to go to jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai. But Tuesday, I would do push-ups and all my calisthenic stuff, my pull-ups. So I used to do Tuesdays, every Tuesday, I need to do this. So at 7 o'clock, whatever the fuck I'm doing, I need to put that to the side and do it. If I'm busy or I'm eating, okay, let me eat. Let me do this. Or all right, let me take care of it. Whatever the fuck I'm doing, I'll make up for it. Let me push it to 7:30 or 8 o'clock. But I got to do it today or Tuesday. So I'll get shit done. Wednesday, I got to do it for an hour. I got to do yoga for an hour. Got to do it. No fucking excuses, bitch. So 7 o'clock, I used to set myself to do it. Again, I set myself up. That's how I used to form my habits. And then it became a thing when I didn't even think about it. I used to put it up on a whiteboard so I can remind myself, what am I doing today? Oh, okay. And then eventually I just stopped looking at the whiteboard. Now I have the whiteboard all like, I have to fucking get the habit of drawing on my whiteboard again because it's just there, and I haven't touched it for like 3 months, I think, or 4 months. But anyways, like so listen to that conversation is so fucking basically what they talk about is definitely what we do in our everyday life. But like for me, I have my bad habits still. but I'll catch them. I'll catch them daily, and then I'm like, why did I do that? Okay. Or I'll catch myself trying to do the bad habit. And what I consider bad habits are things that don't hold value to what I'm trying to do throughout my day. Like if it's me getting on Facebook, why are you getting on Facebook? Because I'm being my own parent, basically. I'm being my own I am my own leader. I am my own governor. I am my own person to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable so that I can do what I got to do. They talked about that in that episode, by the way. They said something about you being the sergeant. No, I forget what they said. You being the sergeant and the soldier at the same time, or something like that. So you're basically telling yourself, I'm doing this, and then the soldier is get it done, and then you get it done. That's it. So that's kind of what you got to do. You hold yourself accountable. It's hard to do that, especially if you don't do it often, and it's a skill, I think. It's something that you have to continuously do throughout your life. It's a lifestyle. It's not a fucking thing that you're going to do it and then that's it. You're good. No, you have to continue to fucking work at it, and you have to keep reminding yourself what your purpose is and all this shit. So getting to that, with your purpose, that was the other thing that led me to doing the shit that I wanted to do. I had a fucking purpose for the shit that I want to do. Why do I want to do yoga? Well, I had lower back problems when I first started yoga. Before I started yoga, I had lower back problems, so I needed to do something. And then I was like, I gotta get surgery. I don't want to get surgery. I'm scared. And then I found yoga cured somebody. I don't know, some shit that I fell for. And I was like, I'll try yoga then. I don't know. I thought it was gay at first, but then I liked it. And then I was like, oh, this is great. And being right, I'm watching someone throw a ball from a big ass toilet. Okay. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, I had problems with my body, so I used to do yoga, got hooked on it, then it became a thing. I needed to do this shit because this is a beautiful fucking art, whatever this is. This is something necessary for our body, and I'm going to do it. So I carried it along with me in my life. It became a lifestyle. I didn't do it every Wednesday, but I did it anytime I felt like I needed to do it. I had to do it. Whatever. I would just take out my yoga mat and do it. But that is what held me to do yoga. So you go with everything else. I had a purpose for everything else that I tried to do that made me feel good or whatever. Jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, fucking coding, doing this podcast, anything that I think is necessary for the human being or myself, whatever, I would do it with purpose. I'm not going to just do shit for no fucking reason, right? When I say purpose either, I mean purpose that doesn't involve bullshit like doing a podcast, for example. My purpose to do a podcast involves my kids, involves me just like enjoying doing it, me wanting to get better at it, me wanting to talk to other people whenever I get a chance to talk to people, to talk about all this shit, and me helping other people. Whoever listens and watches this, it may help them. And that is what I'm looking for. That's my purpose. There's nothing in there that says money, fortune, fame, all that shit, because that is something that when you set your sights on that is like away from what you have right here. You don't have money. You don't have all that shit, fortune, fame right here. You have what is inside is something for me that matters rather than the external materialistic shit that gives us that satisfaction of having things like, oh, I have a nice car. That's great. It's great. It's a great, nice car. But what does it do for you? It lets you drive somewhere nice and makes you look good. Great. That's great. But for me, like meditation, I am at peace from within myself. I think more logically in my own way, the way I see it. I have more sense of a clarity. I have it's just so much different than it was than before when I didn't meditate as much, or when I didn't meditate at all. Now that I have meditation and all these things, it's like I'm good. I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do to survive and take care of my family and all that. But all these other things that I worried about, they were all external problems that really weren't problems. I was creating my own fucking problems, man. I was just setting myself up for just stress for what? And that's what I'm saying. I've been trying to put that out there that meditation is shit. But, that's another habit that I formed with meditation. I do it not every day, but now I did meditation earlier, 20 minutes, but I it's like I do it every day and then I stop because I don't want to do it too much. Then I get back into doing it every day. 20 minutes every day for me is what I like. I prefer that. It helps me be more aware, more mindful, and it's a practice. It's something that is fun to do for me personally, and I don't know. I feel like a lot of humans need that too, but it's just me. All right. I think I went over a couple things. How to build habits. I said I had the yoga mat in my room, so when I look at it, it's there. I'm like, all right, not gonna do yoga. Makes me feel awesome. So I'm not trying to say the key words from the thing. I don't think it's a problem for real, for real. I could just say the four things, the four laws that he mentions, but I'd rather you listen to that. I don't want to take away from what they talk about. But yeah, it makes me feel awesome. The yoga that is, and what do you call it? Oh, I started off small. Like I didn't go into doing yoga for 90 minutes when I first started. I mean, I was doing a P90X Yoga X, and I would only do like 20 minutes out of it. I'm like, oh, this is too fucking long, because that doesn't make it like you see 90 minutes, you're like, fuck that, that's too long. So I had to do a little by little. Then eventually I got up to doing it to 90 minutes. Like, yes, I finally did it, and I fucking felt great. And I said, I could do it again for 90 minutes. So it became a thing. But I dropped that down to an hour because I felt like an hour is just good enough for me. Yoga, an hour. Meditation, 20 minutes. Muay Thai, an hour. Well, depending where it is. If it's an hour class, that's fine. But it all ranges because I'll spar too. So it's like all different. But jiu-jitsu, same shit. I just feel like jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai definitely need 3 hours each week, minimum. And everything else, like yoga, an hour, plus the 5 minutes every morning. So you do the math. It's about 90 minutes per week. It's just to take care of your body. And it's whatever your body needs, whatever you prefer. And then the last part of it is, what do I gain out of it? And I don't know what I wrote there. Oh, visualizing my my progress. So it's like, it was this quote that he said, James Clear that is. He says something. I'm trying to, let me pull that up if I can get it. But he mentioned, it was a great quote, basically how bad habits and good habits are. And why people tend to, what do you call it? Have trouble with the good habits. The cost of your good habits is in the present. The cost of your bad habits is in the future. So break that down a little bit. What are you talking about? You can listen to the episode if you want. But the cost of your good habits is in the present. So when you do your good habits, the cost to get good habits achieved, whatever, is present. So it's hard to do it. It's hard to do yoga and all that, and you're busting your ass. But in the long run, at the end of it, like let's say a year from now that you do yoga, your body's gonna feel amazing. Your mind is gonna feel good and all that. Same thing with meditation. Meditation, it costs a lot to do it, and like if you have never done it, because it's hard as shit to do it. But if you could just meditate for 1 minute a day, move it up to 5 minutes a day, or whatever, move it up to 10 minutes to 20 minutes every day, then you do it for a year, your mind is just going to feel so fucking great. So your body and your mind feeling great is like the best shit ever. There's no fucking there's like, I can't even explain what a great mind and the great body feels like. It's just, you're like, fuck, man. Like, what am I bitch? There's nothing to bitch about. Seriously. I mean, all your other problems, like, it's just problems. Like, all right, I can't fix that. I'll do what I can. And that's it. I'm moving on. I feel great. Whatever. The cost of your bad habits is in the future. So the cost of your bad habits, you say eating a donut, you can just eat a donut now. You can eat another donut again. Eat another donut. And the next day and the next day. You just keep eating donuts. You're good. No cost. But as soon as it hits that year, you keep doing that shit on and on. There's no moderation. And you just keep fucking eating donuts and bullshit. Your body's going to feel like jack shit. Lucky for me personally, I don't know. I eat a donut. I can only eat like a few bites. Because then I'll just start to fucking feel like shit. So for me personally, I don't know if I got some bullshit going on in my stomach. But I can't eat sugar that much now. That's good for me. I could still drink for the most part, but I can't fucking eat sugar. I can have cheesecake, have the 4 different cheesecake variety pack or whatever, and I'll take a bite of each, and that's it for the day. I don't fucking touch it at all, because the more I get in, the more I do it, the more my stomach will feel like shit, and then I have to go take a shit or whatever, and like I'm not dealing with that. So that's why it's like, I don't know, for me it's different. But for you, it's different for everybody. So for me, in my opinion, I think that's just based. I was kind of like staying away from what they were talking about, just so that you can listen to their episode or whatever. Because I don't like to take away from other people's conversations. But for me, my personal opinion to build habits, I didn't realize I did a lot of shit, but they come and go, and you can build a habit and then it can go. Anytime you let it go. Like if you don't keep at it and you'll make it a lifestyle, it'll just become that. It'll become the thing that you did, and then you're not doing it anymore because you didn't make it a part of your life. You have to make it a part of your life. It's hard. It's like you think that building habits just means, oh, I just build this habit and then it'll happen by itself. No. It'll be easier in the long run because you've done it so many times and you're like, fuck it, whatever, what's to stop me now? But it's like, once you stop, you gotta start all over again, and it's kind of like you gotta do it again. Like this whole jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai shit, all the gyms are closed and shit, so I mean, I was easily able to get up 9 o'clock in the morning and weekend to go train and shit, and that was my thing. I loved it, training until 2 o'clock, and then I'm come home. That was my thing. It became a habit. But now that training's done and I got to figure this shit out, I'm wondering if I'm going to keep the habit up. And I think I am, because I already have my purpose and all that shit, so I'll just get right the fuck back up. But now I'm questioning my habit of going to work early. I've been fucking out with going to work early because I have to wake up at 3:30 and get there by 4 something, whatever, I forget what time, and then leave the shop by 5 o'clock. There's this whole system that I got to do. That I got to do it every fucking day. That was driving me nuts. And now I got this whole break where now I'm forming a bad habit of playing the video game until 4:30 in the morning, and it's kind of backwards. So I'm fucking myself up. So now I have to know when I'm gonna go back to work and then get back to waking up early, so that I'm not fucking myself over, because I know I have to wake up. Anyway, that's just my views on habits. I mean, I don't have anyone to conversate with in regards to habits. I wanted to have someone to talk about with habits, but it's like, I don't force things on people. So I just try to go over anything I can. All right. That covers up everything with this habit shit, doing yoga. I wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on in the world. Not big, not major, but this whole mask shit, man, it's interesting, man. You see people wearing masks while they're walking in the streets and shit. You see people wearing masks like in their cars while they're driving. You see people wearing masks like anywhere. You're like, for me personally, I'm just, okay. I mean, I don't wear a mask only if I have to. The only time I wear a mask is when I go inside of a store, because it's mandatory now. You have to wear a fucking mask. But other than that, I'm not wearing a fucking mask. Like, I don't see what's the point. If it's gonna kill me, if the thing was like 60 to 70% And this could happen to younger people like my age or whatever. It can happen to you too. Okay, I might consider wearing a fucking mask. I might not fuck go anywhere. I'm like, fuck this. What the fuck we're going? We'll stay in the house. But because it's like you get the information and the information says that, it doesn't really affect us. It affects the 70-year-olds and 80-year-olds. You're like, all right, well, it's not affecting me. I still don't want to fuck with them, but I don't hang around 70 or 80-year-olds anyway. Or 60-year-olds, whatever. I don't hang with people other than my mom who has respiratory issues, and I barely hang with my mom either. Anyway, so it's like I'm mindful of the shit that I go through, so I don't need to wear a goddamn mask. So for me personally, it's whatever. But it's just interesting. I'm just talking about it because it's interesting to see so many people, no matter where I go, wear a mask. And it's like, why are you wearing a mask? You're in your car. And you're not Uber or Lyft. I get the Uber drivers and Lyft, but there's a lot of people wearing masks in their car. And then you got people on my block walking up and down. Not everybody, but some people walking with masks on. It's like, dude. I mean, unless you're going somewhere that requires you to wear a mask, you don't have to wear a mask now. But I don't know. To each their own. You may have respiratory issues. There's a lot of people that got respiratory issues if that's the case. Like, fuck. This whole thing has just been interesting, man. This pandemic, man. This whatever. This fucking quarantine. This that I call soft quarantine. This whole, it's all interesting. It's more perspective as to how people are easily manipulated into doing things out of fear, out of misinformation, out of just the media, what it puts out there. There's so many people now with TikTok accounts, for example. So many people with TikTok accounts. I never see anybody with TikTok account. I got a TikTok account because I wanted to do something funny with it, blah, blah. And now I'm seeing way more people jump on it to do just dumb shit. I don't know. People are bored. I can't really say. It's like, it's not for me to say, That's like, people are going to do what the fuck they want to do. But human behavior is just so interesting to me. It's fascinating to watch people do things that it's like, okay, whatever. Just be mindful of your shit, people. Be mindful of what you're doing. There's a lot of us being controlled and manipulated easily out here because of all the shit that we don't know about. And it's like you do things, you're like, if you ask yourself, why am I doing this? And then you can answer yourself, that's good. But if you ask yourself, wait, why am I doing this? And then you don't know, that's a problem. That's a problem. And you got to ask yourself why. Why are you doing something that you don't know why you're doing it? Like, why are you on Facebook every day? Why are you on TikTok every day? Why are you... Oh, I'm bored. You could do so many other things if you're fucking bored. Don't you dare make that excuse that you're bored. That's why you're on TikTok. I got nothing else to do, so I need to seek attention on TikTok. Like, doesn't make sense to me. But okay. William is going to shut up because, that's just me getting ranty. Anyway, the story on mask. I went to Sonic's with my wife the other day, and we got our... Meanwhile, the people in the Sonics weren't wearing masks. I just realized that. I don't care, but it's whatever. They gave us our food and we went off about our day because Sonics was like the least crowded. Everywhere else was like crowded. Me and my wife usually get fast food every now and then, like just to fucking grub for once a week. We'll get Sonics or Chick-fil-A, but Chick-fil-A I'm staying away from now because too many goddamn people. Fuck you humans. Damn it. Taking over fucking Chick-fil-A, man. That's my spot for getting milkshakes and shit. Cookies and cream milkshake. That was my thing every other week. It used to be every week, every Friday, but then I made it bi-weekly. But anyway, that's besides the point. They didn't give us straws at Sonic, so I was like, fuck. And we were like halfway, well, not halfway, we were like going towards 95. I was dropping my wife off. And there was a Wawa in front of me. I was like, all right, I can go to Wawa or I can just turn around and go fucking get straws. So I fuck it. So I went to Wawa fast. And I didn't realize that, dickhead, you need a mask to go in the store. I'm like, fuck. Because I saw people go in the store and I thought it was going to be those Wawa, the other Wawa, where nobody was allowed in the store at all. They took orders. So I thought I could just like knock, hey, can I just get a straw? I don't need anything else. But I got there and there's people walking in with masks on. I was like, God damn it, I'm probably going to need a mask. And we didn't have a mask, of course. So I asked two people, hey, excuse me, because they were walking in. Can you give me a straw, please? I just need two straws, please. Nope. He looked at me like weird, like nope. I'm like okay. So the other person, hey, it was a female. Whatever. Ma'am, can you please give me two straws for me and my wife? We just and then she said no. I said what the fuck. So I was like, what am I doing? I'm asking people wear masks. Why I don't have a mask, and I look like a bum. I look like a panhandler asking for change, but I'm asking for straws, and I look like a fool. And not only do I look like a fool, these idiots out here can't give me two fucking straws when they go inside Wawa. And there's another thing I thought about afterwards. Why am I asking people for two straws when they're gonna take their fucking sweet ass time doing it, whatever the fuck they're doing in Wawa? I don't know. I brought that up because I was just like, human beings, man. We're so disgusting. We are horrible people. And I try to put myself in their shoes. Like, what would I do if this random dude just with no mask and I'm wearing a mask came and asked me, hey man, can you give me two straws, please? And he doesn't look like a bum or whatever. I mean, even if he did look like a bum or not, I'll still go and get fucking shoes. I got you, dog. You just gonna have to wait though, because I'm not gonna go rush in there and get it for you and then come back out. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I'll give it to you when I come back out. But the other thing I was trying to think perspective wise was that they probably think I'm trying to rob them or something. But why would I don't know. There's too many people. Why would I fucking rob you here, dude? Like, whatever. I got mad because I was like, humans are fucking horrible, and I was in my anti-human mood that day as well, which is funny. And I really got off on it, and I said, fuck people that day. I hate people. That day I hated people really, really much. So much. I just wanted to go back in the house and just go back about my usual routines and do what I gotta do. I question myself doing this podcast even sometimes because it's like, I know there's some people watching and listening, but sometimes I feel like I'm doing this shit for no reason. Even though I keep telling myself, dickhead, hey, you are doing it for your kids. So that shouldn't even be the thing. And the people that are listening, watching still, you're doing it for them too. Like if they're still watching, listening, it's a reason. I mean, unless they're not watching, listen anymore. Is the whole. I mean, this is besides the point. My main point though is that I keep telling myself to stop doing this shit because I'm wasting my time. But then I keep reminding myself that I like doing this shit, so it doesn't matter. Because there's a human instinct of me that wants attention, I guess, or wants people to enjoy this shit that I put out there. But not everyone likes this shit, so it's like I can't force it. I could just drink water, of course. But I was like, why drink water when I can drink liquor? Some nice fucking drinkies. It's just,